We've said goodbye to our trusty Nissan Leaf and welcomed a new vehicle to our family. This is the 2023 Polestar 2. Now in this video, we'll spill the beans on what we've gained in the swap, what we've perhaps left behind, and how we're liking our new ride overall. First, a little bit of context. Our Nissan Leaf, which was the base level S trim, but with the bigger 62 kilowatt hour plus battery, was really a champ in our experience. It was a reliable car, albeit not the flashiest set of wheels. It handled our daily grind like a pro most of the time, but it did have its quirks, like the absence of active battery cooling and the fact that Leafs rely on the aging, now going away CHAdeMO charging standard for DC fast charging. Still, those hiccups in our time with the Leaf didn't really get to deter us in our daily use. We took the Leaf on many road trips, never saw any issues with the battery overheating in our use. We've shared some of those trips on this channel too. The car mostly held up just fine. However, the shadow of those issues started to grow longer over time. In Ontario, Canada, which is where we are, CHAdeMO chargers are still abound, but it's apparent that their numbers might dwindle in the future. And with no adapters bridging CHAdeMO to CCS or a Tesla's NACS, the Leaf's charging options could get limited over the next few years. Being a single car household like ours, we couldn't bank on level 2 charging alone. So how did we end up choosing the Polestar 2 specifically? Well, availability for one reason. The other choices that we could have made, like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Volkswagen ID4, or the upcoming Chevy Equinox EV or the Fisker Ocean, those all have limited availability or unclear launch dates. And we had heard some horror stories about certain dealerships as well. Meanwhile, Polestar has Polestar 2s coming in and they're available at a few weeks wait time. The 2024 Polestar 2 offers some really great sounding upgrades as well, but we ended up snagging this slightly used 2023 Polestar 2 for savings. Now let's dive into the car. First off, we're loving the exterior design. The Polestar 2 might be compact, but it carries itself with the swagger of a larger car, really. We didn't choose the color for this one, but this shape-shifting light gray shade is a showstopper in our opinion, and Polestar's subtle lighting effects, we like them as well. I think inside the car, it's a bit of a mixed bag. The cabin feels snug, thanks to the beefy center console. Legroom seems slightly better than in the Leaf, but the Polestar isn't a high-roof vehicle. It's easy for me, an average height guy, to bump my head against the sides. The windows are smaller, they're lower and more curved, which limits the outside view somewhat. About that center console, it's bulky, but doesn't offer much space for things. You'll find only one accessible cup holder in the console, with another one kind of hidden in a tiny storage nook here. Using both cup holders means sacrificing any extra storage here. It's not a huge shift from the Leaf, honestly, which had a minuscule center area as well. But the Polestar adds some small side pockets to help this. In the rear, the seats aren't super spacious and the floor isn't flat. There's a hump in the middle. But the fold-down cup holders in the middle armrest, that's a game changer for our kiddos. They didn't have them in the Leaf. We've really had no issues with the back seat thus far. No real issues, even with grown-ups back there. Plus, the USB-C charging ports are another bonus that we didn't get in the Leaf. The rear doors don't open super wide, but it's been no big deal, really. It's been smooth for car seat installation, too. Now, up front, the frameless side mirrors, they look really slick, but I think they offer a narrower view. The rear window is tiny also and oddly shaped, but we do rely on the rear view camera, so no real big issues. I think some of the big perks in this car over the Leaf are the big screen in the middle, which is the heart of the vehicle. It runs on Android Automotive, not the same as Android Auto on your phone, by the way, and it does support Apple CarPlay as well. It's mostly quite intuitive, though occasionally I find it to be a little bit sluggish. There are a few glitches that we hope will be sorted out with over-the-air updates in the future, and it's a big leap from the dated small leaf screen. And best of all, the sizable driver's screen here shows Google Maps while I'm driving. No more squabbles with the passenger over the central screen. They can switch music there or whatever they want to do, and I can always see the map at the same time. I think this driver screen is better than head-up display projected on the windscreen. But I think this shift towards car as a computer gives us some pause. Will this system really last a decade? It feels like we have an iPad here at the car's core, and our iPads have aged less gracefully. And we're still slightly uneasy to that our Volvo sub-brand vehicle, which is what this is manufactured by a Chinese company. What if geopolitical shifts cut off part supply from China? But these concerns might apply to most brands now, so I think we'll just trust this car for now. I think the Leaf was a reliable workhorse in our use, but it did lack some pizzazz. The Polestar brings style and some snazzy features to the table, alongside CCS charging, which we needed, faster DC charging overall, and longer range. We're now truly road trip ready, confident about finding chargers, and possibly we can also access Tesla's supercharger network in the future as it continues to open up. So let's sum it up now. With this Polestar 2, we've gained CCS charging, faster DC charging, and more range. The trunk size is comparable, but the headroom inside the car is a tad tight. The interior sports modern features and a clean design. It feels slightly upscale, but we said goodbye to rear heated seats and a heated steering wheel that we had in our Leaf. The infotainment system is a massive upgrade, it feels, and we've gained some useful sensors like road sign recognition and lane assist and auto rain sensor and sensor activated high beams in this car. Okay, we've got more Polestar 2 insights and other EV content coming up on this channel again soon. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so now. And I've got a question for all you viewers. Please make sure to leave your comments on this one. With this move away from the Leaf, should we rename our channel or keep it the same? If you think we should come up with a new name, what do you think it should be? Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.